life. And he had me to minister on this word. Because what I found out about the places of suffering in God, he doesn't let us go through that because he's a cruel God. He doesn't let us go through that because he's a sadistic God. He doesn't let us go through those places because he wasn't paying attention and somehow you ended up in trouble. And he looked down and said, oh my God, how in the world did Brenda get in that mess? That's not the kind of God he is. Any God that knows how many hairs you got on your head and he has them numbered, then you know he's paying attention. And he even knows the ones that's yours and ones that might have belonged to somebody else. I'm just saying. Can we talk here today? That's a God that knows. He knows the real from the unreal. But he's so good, he lets you think that he doesn't pay any attention. He lets you think that they're all real because after all you did mine, didn't you? But God doesn't let you stay there because he's getting pleasure out of your suffering. What I figured out finally, Bishop, after all these years, and I know you have 30 years of ministry, there's nowhere in the world you and Lady could have missed it, is that he allows you to be there because, first of all, you're his chosen and honored vessel. He knows that you can stand the test of time. He's got confidence in you that even though they're going through a trial, even though they're going through a tribulation, they're going to come out on the other side as pure gold. And I have confidence in my man and my woman and my boy and my girl that I have called to this precious gospel. But the word that caught me, and I can't get away from it because I promise you I didn't really mean to go down this way, but I heard it and it clicked in my spirit again. And I heard God say that when trials and tribulations and the suffering comes, it's just a distraction. It's just a distraction. I promise you, it's just a distraction. It comes in, and for a minute, if you're not careful, your eyes will get caught on what that thing is. Junior done went to jail. Mary's pregnant. I'm getting ready to get thrown out of my house. I done lost my job. I ain't got no car, but it's a distraction. Tell your neighbor it's a distraction. It's a distraction. It's a distraction. And it's not worthy of your attention. It's not worthy for the vessel of honor to pay attention to something called a distraction. Not worthy. But if you have to pay attention, it'll catch you. If you're not careful, you'll get fixed on it. It's like when you're driving down the highway. I used to work the night shift, and sleep is a distraction. And I'd be coming home after that shift, and I'd be driving, and I'd say, Lord Jesus, in the name of Jesus, let me get on the highway. Don't let me fall asleep, Lord. I'd get to a light and sit there, and if I wasn't careful, I'd look up, and I done dozed off. Because I took my eyes off of the road that I should have been traveling. That's how these distractions are. You start looking at distractions and you take your eyes off of what God has called you to do, Bishop. And if we're not careful, we get fixed. And sometimes when I would get home, I would be thinking, Lord, how in the world did I get there? Because I was fixated somewhere between sleep and awake. But my eyes were not on the road. But yet still the Lord got me there safely. Now these distractions, we got to be careful, because if we get fixed on a distraction, years will go by. Months will go by. Days will go by. And here you are caught on this same thing that you can do nothing about. The same thing that's come to disrupt the pattern that God has set for you. And you're not walking down the path that God has called you to.